Hi, my name is Rebecca Russo. I'm the Mobile Sources Program Manager for EPA Region 8. Today, I'm going to talk to you about the Idle-Free Schools Toolkit and how to implement an idling reduction campaign at your school. First, we'll start with some basics. What is vehicle idling? Idling is when your engine's vehicle is running, but you're not moving. You're not actually going anywhere. Observations at schools have shown that many parents tend to idle their vehicles when they're waiting for their children to be released from school. Many idling vehicles in one place can create a hotspot of pollution. And in fact, air quality monitoring at schools has shown elevated levels of air toxics during the 3 to 4 p.m. hour, which coincides with when parents are picking up their children from school. Vehicle exhaust, that's the stuff that comes out of your vehicle's tailpipe, contains over 1,000 different compounds, including air toxics. Air toxics from mobile sources of pollution account for about 50% of the cancer risk nationwide. So now that we've shown why it's important to reduce air toxics, especially mobile source air toxics, let's talk about why it's important to reduce them at schools. Children are very susceptible to air pollution. As you can see from this slide, they have a much higher inhalation rate than adults do. Their lungs are still developing, and they can develop potentially permanent lung damage. The Idle-Free Schools Toolkit is a comprehensive toolkit that provides everything a school could need to run an effective idling reduction campaign at their school. So now we're going to walk through what a campaign would actually look like. The first thing that we recommend is to involve the students. Involving the students in a campaign can be very powerful. Students can really do any part of the campaign, including run it from start to finish. And students in any grade can participate in some way. Students will learn about statistics, about data analysis, human health, and air pollution, and can gain valuable public speaking skills. The campaign that we recommend runs the entire school year and starts in early September with pre-campaign observations. And what you're observing is the actual idling happening at the school. For 3 to 5 days, students or parents or teachers or staff would go out and actually observe this behavior. What's most important is that these observations be done before the campaign is announced at all, and that they be blind. What we mean by that is really only essential personnel should know the real purpose behind the observations. Everybody else should just be told they're doing a transportation study for EPA. And the reason for all this secrecy is that if parents know that they're being observed to see if and how much they're idling, well, chances are they're not going to idle. And you really want that true data set to show that there is a problem and there is a need for the campaign. After you do the observations, you can analyze the data. And we have all of the information needed to analyze the data in the toolkit. You can actually show how much gasoline was wasted during that idling and how much extra pollution is at the school because of the idling. And having that data when you actually announce the campaign in late September is a great thing to have. And then in October, you really need to get the word out. This is when you publish your idling policies for the school, and you would send out letters and brochures and pledges, and when you publish the newsletters about the campaign. And of course, we have all of this information in the toolkit. The templates are there. All a school has to do is drop in their school name, print, and send. In November, you would hang your idling signs. Here are a couple examples of idling signs, and we of course include these 2 JPEGs in the toolkit. In March, you would conduct what we call the driver contact event. And this is where every single driver at the school is approached, and they're either thanked for not idling, or they're gently reminded about the school's idling policy. And like the observations, these would be for 3 to 5 days and can be done by students or by parents or teachers or staff. Now, going out and thanking the non-idling drivers is very important because it provides positive reinforcement for their good behavior. Now, if students are doing the driver contact event, giving that gentle reminder about the idling policy gives them some good practice in using grace and tact and getting what they want. And of course, all kids love to tell adults what to do. And And this driver contact event is a great time to provide an incentive. And the incentive we really like is a keychain. And it would have the school's logo on one side and the Turn Your Key, Be Idle Free logo on the other. And for an incentive, it's really recommended to have the school logo on there as well, because parents are much more likely to use an item if it has their child's school logo on it. And this point of the campaign, really this near the end of it, is the right time to provide such an incentive, because social marketing studies have shown providing it early in the campaign or at the very end is not nearly as effective as this sort of midpoint. In April, you would do the final set of observation, your post-campaign observations, to see how successful your campaign was. And then annually, we recommend that you publish periodic reminders about the policies and that you do one driver contact event per year. New parents are always coming to a school, and returning parents can always use a reminder. Before I close, I want to debunk some common idling myths out there. Idling does not use more fuel than restarting. In fact, idling your vehicle for more than 10 seconds uses more fuel than restarting. Frequently restarting your car will not harm your engine. In fact, Ford Motor Company has said, avoid idling for more than 30 seconds because excessive idling can actually damage your engine. Limiting idling at a school can dramatically reduce students' exposure to air toxics. This particular campaign has been proven effective in several schools around Colorado, and the Idle Free Schools Toolkit makes implementing it very easy. If you have additional questions about the campaign, please call someone from the Idle Free Schools team or visit our website. So thanks for watching. I'm Rebecca Russo, and don't forget to turn your key and be idle free.